So after a couple of weeks using the Vivo X200 Ultra, I can honestly say this is the best ever flagship phone I used in my life. And probably this is the phone of the year for me as well. And not just because the camera, it's because the whole package. So if you want to know more, just come along with me with this review. Let's go. So let's start with the unboxing first. So this is the Vivo X200 Ultra, and right from the box it already feels like a premium experience. On the top, of course, we've got the phone itself, and man, just holding it for the first time, this thing feels solid. The camera ring is even more dramatic in person, but we come back to that in a second. Underneath the phone, Vivo packed in a decent set of accessories, which is honestly refreshing in 2025, where most flagships don't give you much. First up, you've got a USB-A to USB-C charging cable. Yeah, it's not USB-C to C, which is a bit old school, but it works fine with what's included. And that's this, a 90 watt wired charger right in the box. This thing charges the phone super fast. We'll get into exact numbers in the battery section, but spoiler, it's quickly. You also get a SIM ejector tool, some paperwork, and yep, Vivo includes a clear silicone case too. It's simple, but it gets the job done while keeping the back protected, especially that giant camera ring. So quick recap: phone, 90 watt charger, USB-A to C cable, SIM tool and a silicone case. No headphones here, but honestly, with everything else included, it's a pretty generous bundle, especially for a flagship. Nice to see a brand that still respects the unboxing experience. Alright, now let's talk about the build and the design of the Vivo X200 Ultra. You've got curved glass on the front and the back that flows into an aluminum frame, and it feels really well put together. Solid, but not bulky. The weight's around 229 grams, so it has the nice premium heft of it without feeling like a brick. The frame nicely polished, the buttons are tactical and clicky, and everything just feels clean and tight. It's one of those phones that gives you that high-end vibe even before you turn the screen on. Now the back, yeah, that camera module is huge. But honestly, once you've used it for a bit, it's kinda grows on you. It's centered, it's symmetrical, and it's make a clear statement. This is a camera-first phone. It comes in a few colors, black, red, and this silver one that's honestly my favorite. The finish is matte, so it doesn't pick up fingerprints easily, but it still has the nice shimmer when the light hits. It's also IP68 and IP69 rated, which means you cover it for water and dust resistance. You don't have to baby this thing. Overall, the Vivo X200 Ultra is just feel premium. It's got a modern, flagship look, great build quality, and it stands out, especially with that massive camera ring on the back. Love it or hate it, it definitely turns heads. Now let's talk about what this hardware can really do. At the heart of this phone, the new Snapdragon 8 Gen Elite processor. Qualcomm's top-tier chip, but slightly tweaked for even more performance. It paired with up to 16GB of LPDDR5X RAM and blazing fast UFS 4.1 storage, up to 1TB if you max it out. Translation, it flies. You're getting flagship level power across the board, from multitasking to gaming to video editing right on the phone. So if you are into benchmarks, it scores right on the top, neck and neck with the best Android flagships right now. Thermals are well handled too. Vivo packed in a large vapor chamber cooling system, and it actually works. Internally, Vivo also done a great job with layout. You got a massive 6000 mAh battery, stereo speakers, linear vibration motor for haptics, and an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. That's fast and accurate. So yeah, the X200 Ultra isn't just about the cameras. It's a full-on flagship in terms of raw power and hardware. Whether you're a gamer or power user or someone who just doesn't want to wait on their phone, it things holds its own. Alright, let's move on to the software. The X200 Ultra is running Vivo's custom skin called Origin OS 5, built on top of Android 15, and I gotta say, it's actually one of the clearer, smoother Android skins out here right now. Origin OS used to be a bit flashy, but with version 5, Vivo has really toned things down. It feels faster, more polished, and way more consistent. Animations are fluid, app launches are snappy, and transitions are buttery smooth, especially with that 100Hz screen. What stands out here is how tightly the software is integrated with the hardware. You get exclusive camera tools like manual exposure adjustment directly from the shutter button. Multitasking is also smooth. Split screen, floating windows, smart sidebar. All the usual goodies are here and they actually useful. Plus, with the Snapdragon chip and 16GB of RAM, there's no stutter. It just flies. Origin OS also gives you a lot of room to personalize, from changing icon packs and animations to customizing the always-on display. It's all there if you like to tweak, but it doesn't get in your face if you don't. And yeah, there are a few pre-installed apps, nothing crazy, and most of them can be uninstalled. Vivo says they're working on slimming down even more with future updates. You also get Android 15 out of the box with the latest security patches. Vivo hasn't officially confirmed the number of major OS updates yet, but based on the recent flagships, you can expect at least 3 years of Android support and 4 years of security updates. Overall, Origin OS feels lightweight, modern, and super responsive. It lets the hardware shine without bogging you down. And for me, that's exactly what good software should do. I don't want to speak about more of the software because it's a China version, because of no global edition. And I will make a video later on, how is in the UK or whenever you are in the world, except of China, how you can use the Origin OS, what is working, what is not. So stay tuned. Now let's talk a little bit about the display. You're looking at a 6.89-inch LTPO AMOLED panel with a 1440 x 3168 resolution. It's a super sharp, super smooth, and honestly one of the brightest display I ever used, with a peak brightness of up to 4500 nits. Even in direct sunlight like this, the screen stays totally readable. Vivo isn't playing when it comes to brightness. It also supports HDR, Vivid, Dolby Vision, and the full 10-bit color depth. Blacks are deeps, colors pops, and the contrast is just insane. Watching content or even just flipping through Instagram looks amazing on the screen. Thanks to the LTPO tech, the refresh rate dynamically adjusts from 1 Hz all the way up to 120 Hz. So it's buttery smooth when you're scrolling or gaming, and super efficient when you're just looking at a static image or reading. Basically, this display checks every flagship box. Sharpness, brightness, color accuracy, responsiveness, it's all here. If the display is a priority for you, whether that's for media, content creation, or just enjoying your day-to-day, the Vivo X200 Ultra delivers. Alright, now let's get into the battery, because Vivo packed some serious power into the X200 Ultra. Inside, there is a massive 6000 mAh battery, which is honestly one of the biggest we've seen in a modern flagship, and it shows. This thing just keeps going. In my daily use, streaming, camera testing, social media, I was easily getting 8 to 10 hours of screen on time, and sometimes pushing past that. It's one of those phones where battery anxiety just isn't a thing. Now for charging. Vivo includes a 90 watt wired charger right in the box, and yeah, it's fast. You're looking at around 35 minutes from 0 to 100%. But here is the cool part. It also supports 40 watts wireless charging, so even if you prefer going wireless, you're still getting solid speed. That's faster than what some brands offer wired. And if you are like me and forget to plug in overnight, just drop it on a charger while you're making coffee and you're good to go. Vivo's thermal system also holds up well. The phone stays cool under wired or wireless charging thanks to a solid vapor chamber setup inside. So yeah, 6000 mAh, 90 watt wired and 40 watt wireless charging, everything in a one pack. I can say 1.5 to 2 days, absolutely no problem with this battery. Alright, so let's talk about the cameras in the Vivo X200 Ultra. The 50 megapixel main sensor offers a wide-angle perspective, capturing detailed and vibrant images. With an aperture of f1.6, it performs in low light conditions, delivering sharp and clear photos. Whether you're shooting landscapes or portraits, the main camera provides excellent dynamic range and color accuracy, thanks to Vivo's image processing algorithm. The 200 megapixel periscope telephoto lens is a standout feature, offering up to 3.7 optical zoom. This allows for detailed shots even from a distance, maintaining image clarity and sharpness. Whether you're capturing distant subjects or experimenting with creative compositions, the telephoto lens provides flexibility without composing on quality. The 50 megapixel ultra-wide camera captures expansive scenes with minimal distortion, making it ideal for landscapes or group photos. Its wide field of view ensures you don't miss any details at the edge. Switching between lenses is seamless, allowing you to adapt to different shooting situations effortlessly. When it comes to the video, the X200 Ultra doesn't disappoint. It supports 10-bit 4K recording at 60 FPS and even 4K slow motion at 120 FPS, providing flexibility for both casual and professional videography. Overall, the Vivo X200 Ultra camera system is best of the best. And here are some shots and videos what I made under the 2-3 weeks, so let's check it out. So here you go, the Vivo X200 Ultra review. I can confidently and honestly say this phone is the monster. So if you ever consider to get the best camera phone ever, I absolutely recommended this phone. Even though I'm using it in the UK and there is no global variant, only the China version, but I will make the video what you can lose if you choose this phone. Not much, absolutely. I can say 99% is the global variant Android feel. So if you like this review, please consider to subscribe, hit the like button, write your comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.